What's up guys, I'm Katharine and today's video is super exciting because we are partnering up with Gillette Venus and I actually have my mom here with me today.
Hi everyone.
Gillette Venus really wants to bring girls closer to their families for all the important first moments, and since me and my mom have shared so many important first moments together, I thought I would bring her on here today so we could share another one.
Well, I've seen you through virtually every first of your life.
Okay, so my first school dance was homecoming, right? It was freshman year.
Yep, you went with a bunch of friends.
I wore those really tall heels.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how you girls wear those.
Do you remember when I made my first YouTube video?
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure we all remember it. It was pretty bad.
It was a nail polish tutorial and you polished your nails one at a time for 17 minutes.
What about when I started wearing like actual makeup?
I asked you to just start with lip gloss.
Do you remember the first time that I shaved my legs?
I do remember, and I wish I would have known beforehand.
All the other girls in my school were like shaving their legs and I was self-conscious. I hadn't done it yet, so I went and I just did it myself. I didn't tell my mom, which girls at home, if you're gonna shave your legs, tell your mom first because you won't regret it and she'll help you out. And I kind of wish I would have asked you. But speaking of first, a huge first coming up is me going to college. As you guys know, I'm going to art school this fall. So how do you feel about that?
This will be a first time for me too, and I'm happy and I'm sad too.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I never really thought I would go to art school because I've only been doing art seriously, I guess, for a little bit over a year.
Yeah, but you know, when you were young, I remember in kindergarten, you drew your self-portrait and it was so beautiful and so meticulous that I knew there was a future for you with art.
Okay, Mom, so you've been there through a lot of firsts in my life and you've taught me a lot. So I thought I would teach you something today.
Okay.
I'm gonna be teaching you how to oil paint. And you guys can actually paint along with us at home. All you need is a pencil to sketch, a canvas, some paint, and some brushes. Okay, so we're gonna start painting this still life, and I'm gonna paint the sunflower just because it's closer to me. And when you're looking at the still life, you can paint whatever you want. You can paint the flower with the vase, just a pink flower.
I think I'm gonna do the flower here. What would you do? Like, where would you start with the sketch?
I personally am starting with the center of the flower.
Okay, that seems like a good place.
And this is more of just a guideline, like it doesn't have to look exactly like the flower right now. But we're just kind of using this as an idea of where to put the paint down.
Do you remember the first thing you drew?
I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember. I mean, I loved your kindergarten picture, but I don't remember the very first drawing. I do have the first word you wrote.
What was it?
Dad. And it was all in capital letters.
Okay, so now we have our image sketched on the canvas. Now we're just gonna start painting.
You wanna take a peek?
Sure.
Aww. You're gonna laugh at mine. You ready?
Yeah. It looks like a carnation or a chrysanthemum. So for you to paint the pink flower, you definitely need some red.
Okay.
And some white. And then for the center of the flower, you would need some yellow.
Okay.
If you need it darker, add more of the darker yellow. If you need it lighter, you can add more white. So if you guys do want to thin out your paint, then just dip your brush into a little bit of water and it will just thin it out and make it easier to like flow across the canvas so it won't be so dry. Pay attention to the shadows and the light hitting the flower. Notice how not every flower petal is just pink. You know, this one is darker pink. This one has a little bit of darker pink here, a little bit lighter. If you feel that brush is too big, you can use a smaller brush like this.
Okay. Seems real tricky. I thought it looked easy, but it isn't.
I learned a lot when I went to school and I just practiced a lot. And same goes for anyone out there who's painting along with us. You know, if you practice a lot, you can learn so much just from, you know, painting yourself. And don't get discouraged. If you practice often, you'll get the hang of it eventually and you'll get better.
I remember your first word. I thought it would be mom or dad, but it was bird. Are you gonna hang this up in your room?
Yeah, if the Louvre doesn't take it first.
I'm gonna send it to you out at college in a care package.
That would brighten my day so much.
I remember the first time you got on the bus for kindergarten. I was so sad, I like cried for like an hour. You like certain kinds of paints?
My favorite's oil.
How come?
I just like how slow it dries because then you can blend it a lot easier. And I like watercolors, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. Okay, I'm done painting. Are you done painting?
I am.
Do you want to show them to each other?
Sure. You go first, though. Oh, that's nice. I like your shading.
All right, let me see yours. Oh, hey, Mom, that's not that bad. Like mother, like daughter.
You think it's okay for a first time?
For sure.
Well, that's good, because I'm going to put it up in your dorm room.
In my dorm room?
Yeah.
Like, people will be pretty impressed. They'll be pretty jealous. Thanks so much for coming on this video, Mom. I think we had so much fun reminiscing about my first word, my first school dance, my first time shaving. I feel like that feels like such a long time ago. For those of you who are getting ready for your first time shave, check out the link right here or in the description box down below for information that could be helpful for your first time shaving. And talk to your moms. They'll probably have a few helpful tips to pass along to you guys. That is all for today. Thank you so much to my mom for coming on this video with me, and thank you so much to Venus for partnering with me on this video. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. Peace.